You may be wondering how I went from this to this to this for under $200. So let's go ahead and check out how I did this. Alright people, here is the plan. We have a really nice case right here that I got off Alibaba for $40, including 3 fans. And we have this cooler right here. So I know a lot of us in the beginning, we cannot afford really expensive builds, and that's what I've been posting on my channel. So we're switching it up today. We're gonna do a budget build. So I found this Optiplex 3050 on Facebook Marketplace. It was at $150 originally, but I was able to haggle it down to $100. And it has a GPU. Like, when do you find an Optiplex with a GPU? Anywho, even though it is a GTX 950, we can work with that. We can work with that for sure. So in this clip, I was basically going through what all the specs had, but the audio kind of got messed up. So basically, it has a i7-6700, it has a GTX 950, 128 gigabyte SSD, and some random motherboard and 16 gigabytes of RAM. What I didn't know at the point was that the RAM was actually DDR3, so we kind of had a problem. All right, we have all of our equipment that we need. Let's start unassembling this, I guess. How do I need to get this out? Wait. Right there. Should be able to just. Oh, okay. That's what I was like, what the heck? Alright, so that's how it comes out, I guess. Ooh, this is not gonna. Is that even gonna fit in that case? Now that I look at it? No, there's no way it fits. It's gonna take over that spot. Well, the GPU is out, I guess. Oh, and it has a little Wi-Fi card too. That's cool. What the hell? Why is this one not getting out? Come on, man. Oh, thank God. All right. Alrighty, we have. Oh, so that was the reason it wasn't coming off. Bruh, I should have done that before. What am I doing? Oh, this motherboard is looking big. Big. Wait a second. Low key, we might be able to make this work. Low key, just low key. Quick update, peoples. We have the Wi-Fi card. We have the GPU taken out, SSD, and this motherboard. I don't know how much RAM this is. Let me check. It says 2x8. I think this is 16 gigabytes, which is very surprising. Unless I'm very slow. I'm gonna check that back when we have this build done. But this green is really throwing me off. And also, so you hear that? We can't leave that there. We're gonna have to put it up top. This is, honestly, I think this is gonna look pretty sick, but yeah. As y'all can see, I'm not very well versed in Optiplexes, so I did some research and I figured out that this motherboard will not support any other power supply besides the power supply that came with it. And the power supply that came with it is not gonna fit in that case. So guess what we're gonna do? We're getting a new motherboard. So this motherboard is the H110M. I have had this combo for a long while. It has a i3-9900F. Taking that out. And I'm gonna take this RAM out and of course just plug that RAM in. And this motherboard I got for $40, so this should be within our budget. But, oh my God, I almost choked. Anywho, yeah, this should fix the problem, but I had to. So we're unassembling this and we're gonna put it all on this right here. Alright, let's install it in here. Alright, drop in. Perfect. What the hell? Come on, bruh. Let's take this out, because I was like, I can't believe this. Freaking Dell, man. Let us upgrade, bruh. Take these little kits out. without anything else. Ooh, that was DDR3, huh? Gosh darn it! I'm gonna have to upgrade everything. Alright, so we need to upgrade the RAM as well because that was DDR3. What is this? What was that in there? 8 gigabyte, 3200 megahertz. You know what? We're gonna work with that. I got this for 10 bucks. I'm pretty sure 10, 12 bucks. That's what we're gonna have to work with. We're gonna try to see, we're gonna sell this and we're gonna sell this. We're gonna make some money back because we are keeping this a budget build. Ugh, this is making me mad. All right, let's put this in there. Come on, man. And let's get our $10 power supply. It's on the freaking ground. This poor dude looks all messed up. It's okay though. It is okay. We believe. In power supplies we trust. Alright, let's get that in right there. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see if it works. Actually, let's put the HDMI in there so we can actually get some freaking signal. And turn this on, which it says on. Alright, fan spinning. Very good, very good. Oh, fan starts slowing down. Very concerning. Spinning again. The signal is not signaling yet. Come on, give me signal. I need the signal. Come on, baby, give me signal. Come on, man. Yes! Yes, we have signal. All right, let's do this. This is what we have salvaged from the build. We have the case. We have the coolers inside this just somewhere, but I just threw it in there. Anywho, and we have the power supply. And we have this motherboard, and we have the RAM. I'm just gonna evaluate all of this together at, I was looking at prices for these. These were going for like 20, 30 bucks sometimes. These were going for like 15 bucks right here. And the case, honestly, I think I'm gonna just sell it on Facebook for 10 bucks. And then the power supply, they were going for like 20 bucks. I'm gonna just value all, oh my God, camera, bro. I'm gonna value all of this at $40 and just take $40 out and just sell this out individually. Or if you guys want, we could do an ultra budget, under $100 build and value all of this at like 40-ish bucks. And we could do an ultra crazy build and see what we can do with that. I don't know. Let me know. All right, let's just install this right here quickly. All right, we should be good. Install this bad boy. Nice, nice, nice. What? Let's install the motherboard. Make sure you align these little things right here to these holes right here. Nice, perfect install. I love that for me. And then let's get these little screws installed. Alright, and I took these out for no reason. Now we can just install these fans back. Alright, now let's do this cabling in the back. So let's just do the motherboard cables first. So what we have here are the, I guess, the first hardest ones. The case connectors for all these buttons right here. Anywho, you just want to route them through to the case. Grab them in the front. I usually start off with the HDD LED. So you want to find the one that's labeled F panel. So this one right here is labeled F panel. I don't know if y'all can see that correctly or not. And on the bottom left two goes the HDD LED. And then on the top left goes the power LED plus and then the power LED minus. You just put those in. Alright, and then right next to the HDD LED, we want to put the reset switch one in the next two. And then on top of the reset switch one, on the right to the power LED ones, you want to put the power switch. So I don't think I explained that very good, so I'm gonna just put a diagram of how you're supposed to do it. All right, now we have the audio connectors and the USB connectors, so all of these connectors right here on the case. So route these through the bottom as well. So first we have the USB connector, which you can literally just line this up to the one that says USB on it, and it's as simple as that. Just put it in. Oh my gosh. And then we have the audio connector, and this one is pretty easy to see as well. There's a gap right there, and you can see the same configuration on the motherboard. And it's the one that says AAFP on the motherboard, at least this certain motherboard, the H110 motherboard. So you just want to align that as well, and it should simply just go in. Perfect. You do need to use a fair amount of force to get this in. And then we have one final USB connector, USB 3.0 connector. You want to route that to the side right here, the one that says USB 3.1, and you just want to plug it in like this. It's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. And then route everything through the back so it looks pretty. All right, you have this. Now let's do all the case connectors. So these are daisy chainable, right? So what you want to do is, this is the female connector, this is the male connector. So you want to take this one right here, put it in the female connector, right like so. And you just want to repeat the process here till you get right here. Put that there as well. And then this is the last one that comes out the, CPU cooler for RGB. And there you go. These are all daisy chained together, so now they will work in unison. And you have this one connector right here. And for this, we are going to need an RGB connector, since this motherboard does not have an RGB, a RGB header on it. So we are going to need a adapter, but those adapters cost like $2. It's not too expensive. You can get them off AliExpress, or if you really wanted to, spend more money and get them off Amazon. All right, and now this is the RGB connector. Let's go on to the fan connector that actually controls the fans. So grab all your fan connector cables as such. And it's basically the same thing. Male connector into the female connector right here. Plug that in. And then plug this in right here as well. And then this is the last one. And you should just end up with this one connector right here that connects to everything else right here, if you guys can see that. All right, and for this one, we want to plug this into the CPU fan one, because we have a CPU fan connector, which is right there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that connector right there, just want to plug it in right there. Perfect. All right, next let's move on and let's get the RGB adapter. All right, so this is the RGB adapter I have, and I got this one in white as well. This cost me $2, less than $2 on AliExpress actually. So what you want to do is, this goes from SATA to this connector. You want to put this ARGB connector right into the connector that we previously listed before, into this connector. So male, female. Plug that in. So these buttons control the RGB right here, and this is powered through SATA. So in your motherboard, you want to look at the SATA one and just plug it in that. So we're not quite doing that yet. Not your motherboard, sorry, your power supply. My goodness. Anywho, now actually, yeah, let's move on to the power supply. All right, people, moving on to the power supply. Let's grab this power supply right here. We're gonna start off and find the 24 pin cable. It should be the biggest one. 20 plus 4, 24. Anywho, put it to the top right here. Just push it through the back. Spin the case over. And if you guys can see that right there, I don't know if you guys can see it because I can't see my phone, but this cable is gonna go right here into this 24 pin, into the motherboard right there. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. Make sure it clicks. Now that's fully in. I actually really hate that mustard cabley look, but it is okay. It is what it is. Next, let's do the... Next, we're gonna install the CPU cable, which is usually a 4x4. So you can either have an 8-pin or a 4-pin, or you can even have a 16-pin where you have 2 power supply cables, but those are for more advanced boards, or there's many other configurations. So for this one, we only need 4 pins, and it's pretty simple. You just plug it in. Alright people, so this right here is the SATA connection on the power supply. So we want to plug it in. It's like an L. It goes together. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then we need a connection to the motherboard as well. So we need a SATA cable. Oh my god. There's stuff flying everywhere. This is the SATA cable. You plug it in here. It's a little L. Goes in. Pretty self-explanatory. Goes through this right here. And then there's a connection on the motherboard as well. Every motherboard has this. So that SATA connection is actually on the bottom for this motherboard. So let's reroute it. And the SATA connection is right there. So we just can plug it in one of these. Doesn't really matter which one you plug it in. Just make sure it clicks. See, y'all hear that click? Yeah. All right. Next. The most important part. My favorite part, the GPU. Alrighty, let's install the GPU. Just want to put it in as such. Pretty simple. Put in the PCIe lane. And just make sure it clicks. Not gonna lie, I really do despise this mustard cable look. So for the GPU, let's go look through our stash of cables left over from other builds, because I've been doing a lot of builds. Shall we do pink? Low-key looks pretty. Should we put a little pink in there? I mean, why not? Why not? I'm gonna see if I have a 3-pin though. I don't think I have a 3-pin. Oh, I do! Oh my gosh. Well, that works. Alright, let's install this cable right here. Just gonna put it through the bottom first. And it should go just in like that. Perfect. That makes it look way better, to be honest. Instead of that ketchup, mustardy looking at cable. Yeah, so this is how the back's looking right now. I'm gonna try cable managing that to the best of my cable management abilities. And this is the finished cable management. Not too bad. I just mostly shoved everything there and put a couple of clips or whatever the heck these things are called. Yeah. Now the real test is if the back panel will actually fit. Where did I even put the back panel? Oh my god, I almost broke my camera. Let me put that back there. See, you really did a good cable management job if everything fits. So let's see here. Yeah, perfect. Nice. I like it. Alright, y'all. We are finished with the build. It looks so good. Let's see if it turns on, please. Oh my god. That is so pretty. What the heck? What's happening here? It turned on, off. Let's see if we get a signal. It's kind of suspicious. Let me turn these lights up. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and we do get a post. Oh, I like this purple. Like, would you believe that this build cost me less than $200? Come on now. Let's go. Let's test some games out. Alright, let's quickly go through the calculations for this build. I'm talking pretty quietly because it is 12 and my parents are probably gonna yell at me, but that's besides the point. Anywho, so this build, for starting off, for just the Optiplex, it was $100, and we're gonna subtract 40 for all the stuff that we didn't use and we're gonna sell, so that's just 60 bucks. And then the new motherboard we put in, the H110M, you can easily get on eBay for 30 to 40 bucks, but I personally got it a while ago for 40 bucks. So we add that 40 bucks. And then after that, we got this cooler right here for $15 off Facebook Marketplace. And then after that, we have the RAM, which we got for $14 brand new on Amazon. I had this kit also a while back. And for the power supply, we're gonna add $10. I feel like I'm missing something. There's no way the total is this low. Am I tripping? Oh, and we forgot to add the $40 for the case. So the total for this build is $179. Look at this gorgeous build. Who would think that's $179, $180? Absolutely beautiful build. Let me know if you guys like this type of content. I think anybody can do this. Anybody can buy an Optiplex or something like that. Anybody, if you really wanted to, you can build a PC for under 200. And why am I saying I'm about to end the video, bruh? I still have to test out some games. Come on now. All right, how much do you think the PC cost? It turned off. Oh no, it turned off. It's okay. How much do you think it cost?
By the way you're saying it, sounds like it's cheaper.
Well, how much do you think it cost? I mean, it looks pretty good, no?
$800.
$800? Think a little lower. A lot lower.
200?
A little bit more lower.
Yo. 100?
$180, bro.
Yo.
I know, isn't it? Doesn't it look insane?
Yeah, no, because it's closed.
Alright people, let's get some benchmarks in. Do you guys see this little layout I did? Looks nice, huh? So we can see the FPS, GPU temps, CPU temps. That's just what I have right here. So we're just gonna hop into a quick match of reload, land at Tilted Towers, and hopefully not die. Doing this freaking thing, I'm not gonna lie, took me an hour. How did he... Oh my god, bruh. Come on, give me one more. One more. Yes. All right, let's run some Heaven benchmark and see what type of benchmarks we can get here. These are how the scores are looking on Heaven benchmark. Not too shabby. I'm actually very proud of this build. For $179, I truly believe you can ball on any budget if you put the time to find deals, and if you put the time to do the work, you can do anything, I promise you. Let's just quickly go through the FPS numbers in all these games. So in Black Ops 6, I'm gonna just say 40-ish FPS, but I averaged around 40-ish to 50-ish FPS. It wasn't too good. And as you guys see, we ran Heaven benchmark. We got 61 FPS on that. And Fortnite in performance mode, it wasn't too bad, 100 in FPS. And then Valorant, which is a pretty optimized game, we got 160 FPS. So I would say this is a pretty capable all low settings 1080p build on a extreme budget, because this is like 2 grocery shopping trips worth of a PC, basically, if we're being honest, in this economy. But yeah, let me know if you guys want more videos like this. But yeah, I'm out. Also, I definitely could have added more RAM, so if I ever wanted to improve this build, I would just add in another stick of RAM. So yeah, that's just the main thing I would say I would do if I would to change anything.